Well, hello. This is Jake, 8bitjoystick, and I used to run 8bitjoystick.com, and that was my old blog back when blogs were a thing. And I'm here with the ever fabulous Marcy.
Hi, it's nice to be
And
back.
let me move it a little closer. So previously I was recording on my Chromebook, which isn't maybe the best thing to record these videos on. So I'm using my Google Pixel, which apparently does a much better job. So I got a large box of goodies from Surugaya, and I know what's in here. Marcy does not, and there might be some surprise goodies for Marcy in here. So it's going to be adorable. Oh, look, game software, game software.
Oh, game software.
Game software. So
Imported game software?
yes. So
Alrighty.
I originally ordered things from Sendico, and then Bai, and then J for You, and Surugaya. Surugaya is a actual, like, I don't know if they're a chain or just a big store, but they're like a used game company in Japan. They also sell a lot of animes and used entertainment products. And there were some things in here that I wanted.
I'm very curious. This is a different shaped box than we're used to. Oh, wow. It's like a sushi plate. It's like a whole sampler platter.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, you know what? It reminds me of how they package fish cakes together. Like a package of frozen fish cakes.
Now we have to have fish cakes sometimes.
We
I
do.
freaking love fish cakes. All right. So what I thought we'd do is pick an item and talk about it. So first, I got this is Popeyes no Eigo. So this is a Nintendo game. This is a Nintendo learning game, and it's Popeye Teaches English.
Huh.
And it's basically like this is back when they're like trying to convince parents to like, yeah, Nintendo, it's a family computer, it's for educational software. And so you basically it's a Popeye, but you run around and have to grab letters to spell certain things in from like a Japanese words, and you get them in English, I think.
Yeah.
So Popeye Teaches English. All right.
Alright. So let's see. I see a really cute label in here.
Yep.
Alright. This is a Tonkin House game. This is Perfect Bowling.
Yes.
See if we can focus on that right there.
Maybe move it a little back a little bit.
Back a little bit.
They're perfect. Perfect. This is a Famicom game. It was not brought out in English, but I just freaking love the artwork.
This is very stylish.
And so there's some like cool girls on the cover, like bowling.
Let's see. It's not gonna focus.
A little back. I think right about here's the magic shot.
There.
And apparently they like use teleporter technology to reset the pins or something, so it's like future bowling.
Ooh.
But check out the sticker on the back. Isn't that adorable? So there's like, don't hold it underwater, and let's see, what are they saying? Like, yeah, don't open it,
and don't look at it.
And what's that? Like, don't sit super close to the screen.
It's don't play this game.
Yeah. All right. I am going to go for a piece of hardware that I ordered. This is the ASCII stick.
I don't recognize this one.
Yeah. Make your own jokes. This is a one-handed controller. This is the ASCII Stick L5, and it's for Famicom.
Huh?
And this is for role-playing games. And if you wanted to play a game that involves a lot of like, I guess it's for left-handed gamers. So you could use your,
Oh.
if you wanted to play a game and have your right hand free to enjoy beverages or whatnot. So I was like, yeah, uh, I would love to see a. I think something like this might have gotten released for NES, but that's the great thing about Surugaya is they actually have like hardware and other stuff. Isn't that adorable?
It feels very non-intuitive. I have to move my hand in some very. I'm right-handed too, so it's like not as comfortable.
Yeah, you're. I believe you.
Unless
So it says L5, so I'm almost 100% certain that that is a left-hand only controller.
this is it's a really a shame that they shut out their right-handed market.
I'll have to look to see if they have a right-handed version.
No, we
But
could
if some,
two-player against
if
ourselves.
Oh, here's the list of
Oh,
the,
the cheat
the
sheet.
cheat sheet. So if we run into things, we can refer to this. All right. So this is a gift for Marcy. It is an album called On Green Hill Dreams Come True. And it is like a I think this is a CD single. When was the last time that you bought a CD? And it has 4 tracks of this like jazz duo doing like they're like on Green Hill Zone, and yeah, doing some Sonic the Hedgehog jazz. And
That is really cute. I'm gonna pop that in my CD player as soon as I get home.
we'll have to play it. No, not. We'll have to play it like in a player. And like I was like, I know someone who like. 'Cause I was looking at like Sonic stuff, and I came across that, and I saw it on YouTube Music, and so I'm like, okay, I got to get that.
That is wild.
Okay, this is a big Famicom game called Gunsight,
Gunsight.
and this was brought to the U.S. I'm a sucker for Konami games back when Konami before they were evil, and this was Laser Invasion, and you like flew around, and then you used a light gun. And so I'm like, yo, I'm all about that. So apparently this is brutally hard, but it was a decent price. And I'm sort of like, I got all the like, I've been collecting fan. Oh, I might have a cat in the way. Oh, look, I have a cat in the way.
Orange out.
So, so I got the easy. I have I'm going to move this flame out of the way. A little Kia handle. And so if the camera falls over, it's because there's a cat that really likes to get involved in things. So yeah, I also have CRTs, so critical rays televisions, so capital ray tubes, so like light gun games work. If you emulate everything, or if you use like Hyperkin emulator. All right, so continue.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
It. Cat moving the phone. Hold on, let me move it back.
The director's changing the camera angle. All right, I see one that is face down. So this is. What is this?
This is okay.
All right. So this is an empty Famicom case.
It is. And there's a cat in the way.
And this is Guy.
So this is a Super Famicom, or not a Super Famicom, a Famicom
Oh wow.
cassette case holder. So if you have a standard sized Famicom case and you're like, I'm a 19 Japanese kid, I want to go on the train and show it to someone, you can take your Famicom game and put it in here, and then you have a little bit of protect. I don't know. And it's a Super Mario branded one.
That is so cute.
I was like Americans, like, we like Super Mario Brothers.
We do.
But Japan, it was like a religion. Like, everybody liked Super Mario Brothers. It was freaking huge, and everything had Mario on it. So this is a Super Mario Brothers branded Famicom cassette. It's bigger than a tape, you know.
That's very cool.
All right, another one. Oh, they put a sticker on a sticker. Let's see. I think it's called just Type 1 Racing. So this is a Taito game called Type 1 Racing, Famicom racing game. They put a sticker. So originally this was sold at Book Off, which is a chain. You know how I like to watch my Book Off videos.
That's a little bit rude, suggestive. I would say.
Yeah,
telling us to book off.
You know what the hardware version is called? Hard Off.
Oh my.
And I like shout out to MCU of the Hard Off ambassador, and he likes to go and dig. And I actually learned that like I'm like a horizontal, keep my games like this, but they're like vertical, so they get more games in there, and you go and you like flip through, and he's like master of flipping through the carts and looking for cool carts. All right, I am going to open another Famicom game.
Yeah.
I believe this is Baseball Stars by SNK. I'm not that much into baseball, but I think this one actually got brought out to the US, but I'm a sucker for labels. I mean, look at that label on there. So
that is a heck of a label.
Yeah, so there's like the literally chewing bubble gum, and then there's this dude with a pink uniform who's like dancing to himself, and so although it wasn't very expensive, like newsflash, sports games are the cheapest games to get. Marcy, do you work in a video game retailer establishment?
Only 5 days a week.
So your old sports games, are they expensive, or are they usually the cheapest ones in there?
They are our dollar shelf decorations.
Yeah. So, thus is the fate of thus the way of the Maddens go us all. So this is a manual. There's a certain girl that I know who is a comic book artist, and she really liked the N64 manual for Smash Brothers, and so I was looking for that, and they also had the GameCube Smash Brothers, so I gift to you Smash Brothers manual for GameCube, and I got a cat attacking my leg. Okay, second one.
Oh, that is so cool.
So this is, I was trying to get the manual. I hope the manual is in here. I hope this isn't just the box. Let's find out, because I was trying to order for you. This was the input. The way that this works is there's one thing that I want to order, and then shipping is so much. It's like, well, I gotta buy a whole bunch of other games and stuff because I got the okay.
It might just be the box.
Oh, feces.
Well, that's still pretty cool.
So, you wanted the cartoons, the illustrations on it, and problem is sometimes with Surugaya and other places is they don't have the best translation. So this wasn't expensive. I thought this was the manual. It's the box.
That's
Here's
still pretty cool. I love this is still plastered with that wonderful art that rarely sees the light of day. Like, let's just zoom in on how cute Fox is right here. Like, and little Yoshi there. This game had an art style all to itself that we didn't really see too much of outside of like oddly zoomed in things on the original box art.
Are there scanned versions of the box that you're looking for, or the manual? Maybe there is.
I'm sure there are, but I just I kind of like looking for them.
Well, in real life. I'll be on the lookout for it. So here's one that I got for myself.
Ooh.
This is Pico Pico Grand Adventure. It is, I think this is a French-developed Famicom game. I know this had an NES release. I don't know the American one off the top of my head, but Omake Games, made by Broke Studios and published by Columbus Circle. So this is a gray mark. So it's an indie game. It's not pirate, but Nintendo did not get a. But it's recent manufacture, and Nintendo did not get a copy of it. So this is a new Pico Pico Grand Adventure for Famicom.
Very exciting that they're still coming out.
They are. There are not too many.
All right.
All right, keep going.
I'm gonna pick this box right here.
Oh, wait, hold on one moment. So I already opened the case.
Oh.
Get you sealed gamers.
Oh.
Watch what I'm gonna do.
Oh no.
It's no longer sealed. Yeah, that's right. Taken out of the box. The cellophane wrapper fetishists, the like, you know, oh, you gotta look at that trifold. It's trifolded. Not anymore.
They don't get to enjoy that single puff of factory air.
Yeah. But then again, like, I am the destroyer of game boxes. I am the opener of games. But you need me, because it's those of us that open games and do not save the boxes that I recycle game boxers. Some games get their box saved. Others, I'm like, no. I plan on recycling this shit right here.
I save and hoard all of them. Every single little bit of paper.
Okay. So should we got a couple little Famicom games, and then we'll switch to Super Fami. Would you like to do one?
There's one that I must have learned to speak or read Japanese, because I feel like I can read the title very easily on this one and realize that this is the Japanese version of Rolling Thunder.
So this is a Namcot release. Really cool side-scrolling spy shooter game, and I think, did this come out for NES?
Yes, there is a Rolling Thunder cartridge for NES. I wanna say,
was this one of the Tengen releases?
I wanna say it was a Tengen cart. Yeah.
So Tengen used to be, which was Atari. They were a Nintendo publisher, and then they fell out of favor with Nintendo, and then they went their own way. But they distribute Atari so it's a Namco game in the U.S. or in Japan too, but like published by Atari.
Atari in the U.S.
But Namco is also a Nintendo, so they were like, we're friends, but we're also not friends.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. Okay, would you like to open another?
Let's go. I see two red cartridges here.
Yep.
Oh, this appears to be some anime adaptation that I'm not familiar with.
Well, there is an anime, but there's also a manga and a live action series called Sukaban Deka. And so Sukaban Deka is like schoolgirl gangster, and so she like is all about like the school gang rivalries in Japan, and she battles with like a yo-yo, and her friends like throw needles and chopsticks and whatnot.
I've heard of this, yeah.
And this was a whole genre of like bad girl gangsters in the 80s. And there was a Famicom game, and I'm like, hell yeah, and it's an action game. I like my English is not, my Japanese isn't good to do an RPG. I can only do like a Zelda, like one that I know.
I'm very surprised to find out that it's not an RPG.
Right, it's an action game. I try to. All right.
The other red one.
The other red one. Donald Land. So.
Oh my! I'm not aware of this one.
Ronald McDonald, the Hamburger Happy Clown. No, I'm charting the McDonald Land Massacre. So this is a licensed game. So Ronald McDonald in Japan is called Donald McDonald because apparently that's slightly easier for them to say because of the R's and the D's. So So this isn't Ronald McDonald. This is Donald McDonald. Apparently it's a side-scrolling adventure about Donald McDonald who throws apples at bad guys and goes on a side-scrolling adventure.
As you do.
Donald Land. I'm surprised he wasn't throwing hamburgers, but I'm sure that I'm Yeah, one I wanted. Also, red card.
I'm sure that opens the Japanese media up for plenty of good jokes politically.
All right. So should we move on to the Super Family?
I think so.
Actually, there's one more Famicom adjacent thing.
Oh. Cute.
This is plastic wrapped in plastic wrapped in plastic. This is a Famicom notebook. This is a ruled notebook, but it's like got the Famicom controller. It's got one on the front and two on the back. So, yeah. Do you like notebooks?
I do have a thing for notebooks.
Okay. So I'm tempted to give this to you because apparently getting the game. The one thing I wanted to get in this order was the Smash Brothers N64 manual, and I thought I was buying it, but ends up I was buying the box.
Well, now I have the box too.
Yeah. Do you have a manual or do you not?
I don't have the manual. Oh, look at that. That is so cute.
So this is a notebook. It says Family Computer Nintendo. And it's for all your, my lighting just kicked off. So all of your lighting, your notebook needs.
Oh yeah, this is for writing down passwords in for sure.
Or other information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, probably the most expensive thing that I ordered, but when I learned of these two boxes that I had to get it. So I've been collecting games for a while, so I'm getting done with all of the easy hanging fruit, and I'm on to the more obscure stuff. So this is Kunio-kun Oden. So it is Kunio-kun of River City Ransom and his friends, who it's a competitive puzzle game based on Japanese fish cake skewers called Oden. I love Oden. So it's funny that you mentioned fish cakes earlier because this is a boxed Famicom competitive puzzle game similar to Pyo Pyo. And I'm like, if I know anyone who's into Pyo Pyo, it's her. So we'll have to play this. So, keep going.
All right. Well, let's see the next box. There's another exciting box here. I don't recognize.
This is Shububuman Zero. Shububuman was a series that was brought out as Shockman on the TurboGrafx 16, and Shububuman Zero was for the broadcast download system. So the Famicom, so Super Famicom. So this was only released on download for the broadcast satellite system, which is no longer in operation. So Columbus Circle got the rights from the Messiah, and they made a cart. So again, so gray area because not licensed by Nintendo, but it was actually an official Nintendo developed game. So this is sort of like but the Retrobit stuff is like a collection. This was something. So this is a cartridge release that was not released on cartridge back in the day. So
very nice.
And oh shoot, cat got scared. Look at that! Look at that! Factory sealed. Do you want to snort the factory air? Oh, it's losing its collectible value.
No.
Actually, there's tape on it, so no. It might not be. Oh, let's get out of the box.
Gorgeous.
So Shabubaman Zero. So it's like a Mega Man style punching game.
Very cute.
But he's got. So I look forward to checking this out. All right, keep going.
All right. Well, I see. We have some more anime games here.
Yes.
This is one it's a popular one that I used to watch in high school called Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. So Marcy was like, I was asking her like, "Hey, do you want? I'm putting an order from Japan. Is there anything that you want?" She was like, "Yeah, I'd like to get this obscure Dragon Ball role playing game."
Who, me?
Yeah, and then I was like, "Well, you're a Hyperkin fangirl." So she had a a Retron 5, and so you can get like patches and actually use cartridges. Look, I opened the wrapper for the Kunio-kun Onda Oden. So I ordered you a whole bunch of Dragon Ball games.
Yo!
So
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them.
So I think this is the first Dragon Ball fighting game for Super Famicom.
Lovely.
So Dragon Ball fighting game. I'll just keep going on this. I think this is the third Famicom fighting game for Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, very exciting.
And then you wanted a role-playing game?
Yes, this is the one that takes us through young Goku's life.
Yeah, so this is a Dragon Ball role-playing game. And then... Oh! Feces! I ordered 2 copies of the same thing. So this is also a Dragon Ball Z. I think I don't know where they are in the series, but like I really hope it's not the same game. But
I think it might be.
Oh, really?
It's 3. I think it's 3 copies of the same game, which is exciting to see.
Yeah, that looks like the same game because it's like that's the same kanji.
This is a very popular game.
Okay.
I promise you.
So, I got you 3 copies of the same Dragon Ball. I thought I was getting 1, 2, 3. Nope, I apparently, yeah, in the same box. So, I can't imagine what, I don't know, Surugaya, they also sell like weird stuff. So, I can't imagine. This is also the place where I got, hold on this for a second. This is over here from a previous video. I got Fist of the North Star parody of the Macross anime girls dressed in macho Fist of the North Star style. And, how do I say this? Gay Ninja Turtle fan comics. So, they got some weird stuff. And so having someone order a gaijin, such as myself, order 3 copies of the same game, I try to get you 1, 2, 3, ends up I got you 3 copies of the same game. But you work in a video game store, and then you also go to stand up for a second. Top of the line games.
I work for Hawthorne Game Exchange, but I heavily support our local friends at Top of the Line.
Yeah, so perhaps I should trade these in to Top of the Line. Should I do Top of the Line or Hawthorne? I'll have to think about that.
You know, I'm sure either one would be glad to see these.
Yeah, and they're in the box, so there's some, apparently it's a... Okay, so other ones I wanted to get. Space Bazooka. So this is a light gun game for the Super Scope.
I recognize this one.
Battle Clash, as I think was called in the US. I do not have. I need to go to Tapper's Game Exchange, and they have a Super Scope. I know you have 2 Super Scopes.
Yes, I do.
And I see the Super Scope. I'm like, I need to get one of those. And so now I have 3 Super Scope games, and I had also get Yoshi's Safari. So these were super cheap. Again, this is one of the things where the American version is crazy expensive. The Japanese version was like 300 yen, so which is like $2.50.
And they did a good job translating the title to Yoshi's Safari from the more complicated Mario and Yoshi's Light Gun Massacre. as it was originally called.
Because if you look, like he is running, he's got the light gun, and they're on the back, and he's just like
Yeah.
doing a Super Mario drive-by.
You play as Mario first person, and you have Yoshi's head in front of you, and you just have to you have to shoot over the head.
Okay, Teenage Mutant Turtle Mutant Warriors. So this is a Street Fighter 2 fighting style game, but with the Ninja Turtles one.
Ah.
This was brought to the U.S., but it was sexy. The sexiness was censored. So there were female fighters that did various rump attacks and had various 16-bit jiggling that was censored for the American version. So, but the Japanese version, they're like, no, we're putting it in there.
Well, we're gonna have to see about some of that.
So, to go back, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Warriors, 16-bit turtles fighting.
We got Yoshi Safari and Space Bazooka, aka Battle Clash.
Yep.
We got Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
One of the fighting game one, Dragon Ball. I think it's called. I don't know. I like anime, but I'm not that into Dragon Ball, so don't tar and feather me. But I played this one as a kid, and these are the 16-bit Dragon Ball Z fighters where you like fly around using the shoulder buttons and you can throw kamehamehas and stuff.
They have great graphics too for the time.
Oh yeah, and 3 copies. I thought I was getting 1, 2, 3. No, I bought 3 copies of the same game. 2 of them are in the box of Dragon Ball Z, but I think Dragon Ball Z, this might be able to sell.
I'm sure someone will be very happy to see those.
Smash Brothers GameCube Nintendo Manual. I hope this has some cute illustrations.
I can finally learn how to play.
In Japanese. Smash Brothers. I was trying to buy the manual, but it ends up I bought the box instead. But
and there's been a crime has been done here. We have a little sign here that says no resale.
Oh, and it says free. And it's also, this is the old school Nintendo logo. So I love seeing Nintendo and kanji. On the Green Hill, Dreams Come True, a single, a jazz, a melodic, sonic musical adventure on CD.
Lovely.
When's the last time you bought a CD? I mean, seriously. A completely legitimate one-handed controller that leaves your right hand free for like enjoying a beverage or like scrolling your phone and not doing other nefarious things. So a one-handed controller for Famicom. I will make up your own joke. Family computer notepad with player 1 and player 2 with a microphone that you could scream into and kill the Octoroks.
The Pole's voice.
Pole's voice. You're right. Pico Pico Adventure for Famicom. Super Mario cassette, Famicom cassette case. So I could, and this was smoke colors because for children and smoking. It was the 1980s. But for your Famicom cassette storage needs, and Famicom games, Popeye Teaches English, one of the rarer ones, but Popeye no Eigo Asobi. I think that's how it's pronounced. Famicom games, Baseball Stars, Taito Circuit with, you know what, I like Book Off, so I'm actually going to keep that sticker. Normally I'm like, don't put stickers on stickers. GameStop is the worst for putting stickers on stickers.
GameStop has committed sins in that department.
Yeah. Gunsight, also known as Laser Invasion. I look forward to invading lasers. Also, the game's super tough. Seika Bandeka 3, but apparently 1 and 2 didn't come out. Maybe they're for Japan did that. They had like 1 and 2 were for a computer, and then third one's out there, and so they didn't have all of them on there. And then Donald Land.
Rolling Thunder, not by Tengen.
Pico Pico and Grand Adventure.
Out of the box.
The most adorable.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. She's perfect, and this is like bowling for girls. And Shibubuman Zero, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, Shockman as it was known, and Kunio-kun's Oden. So it's a Kunio-kun puzzle game. So I hope the audio recorded properly, and I'm doing this on my phone, so I hope this works. Have a good one. I hope all of my 30 subscribers